Again. These little scraps are sometimes useless because they have different shapes or they are too little for projects, but they are really good for little projects you can make for yourself as a gift or to sell. And of course, for beginners, these are ideal for beginners. You can learn a lot with practicing with different fabrics, with different seams. And of course, if you're a beginner or not, and you like this kind of videos, don't forget to subscribe. I would really appreciate it. It helps the channel a lot, and that way you don't miss anything because I upload a video twice a week. Or at least I try. Today we're making 3 projects, and for the first one I want to make a scrunchie. One of these fabric scrunchies, I remember having one of those as a child, and they are really useful because they don't break your hair. They are really soft and comfy to wear. I always wear my banana clip. I'm a fan of those because they don't get into my ideas, they don't pull my hair, and this I think is going to be really good. I have a piece of velvet from when I did the headboard and the gamer cushion. I'll leave you the links of everything down in the description below. And I have my fabric is 45 by 10 centimeters wide. So the first thing I'm going to do is to fold it right sides together and sew along this seam. But I'm going to leave the 2 ends a bit open, like 4 centimeters each side. Do it because I forgot and I had to undo it with my seam ripper. And now we're going to sew the 2 sides together to form this donut. So we're going to open carefully and sew right sides together along the widest bit. And with the donut made, we're going to pull in some elastic band. My elastic band is 20 centimeters long, and you can even use little elastic bands you have left from other projects, and you can even sew them together if you need a longer piece, and that way you make out the most out of your sewing room. So we're going to push it inside with the help of a safety pin, and we're going to pin the other end just in case it runs in there and we lose it. Secure it with a zigzag stitch, and now we can finish this bit that is open with an invisible seam, which we're going to do by hand by putting the needle right in and crossing, and we're going to go down on the same side and make this sort of ladder that when we pull it disappears inside. And this is the result. I think it looks quite cute, and I even sometimes, well, most of the days, I go to sleep with a bun up, with a hair in a ponytail, and I think this is going to be useful because it doesn't pull. I don't tie it up a lot, like it's really tight, but I need to have it up so it doesn't get all messy. So this is going to be good as well for that. And to wash it, just throw it in the washing machine. And for the next project, I want to make a tissue cover to put in your handbag. Sometimes you don't want to advertise companies with your tissues. This is Kleenex, or this is, I don't know, any supermarket brand. So they look quite nice in a little cover, and I have this material. It's a cotton, it's lovely, but it's really slippery. So I'm going to use it because I have enough folded. But if you want to make it so the inside is covered as well, you have a lining, you can use 2 pieces of material as well. The measurement depends on the type of tissues you use. There are more square ones and then longer ones, but what you need to do is to leave on the top and bottom 2 centimeters for the seam allowance, and so the tower of tissues has room to get in, and then for the top you need to wrap it around so they don't overlap but they come together on top. Because I'm going to use a longer piece of fabric, I'm going to fold it and sew the side so it's already hemmed. And then it's really easy because you just have to fold it in half and sew the 2 sides. Once it's sewn, you can zigzag stitch it so it's secure, and you can even add some bias tape on top. But I'm going to do it the other way. I'm going to add the bias tape on the inside so the seam is covered. So here we have it. It's a really simple project. You can do it in 10 minutes and it's quite cute, and you can even make it as a present. And for the last project, I want to make one of these cell phone holders for your neck for when you are busy. Maybe you are in the park, or maybe you are running after your children or something like that, and you need your hands free, or even in the house. And I remember that my mom asked me for this pre-pandemic. So, sorry mom, just remember. I have this stripy material, it's quite fun and discreet as well, sort of. So because I have enough, I can make it double. You can hem the top, you can add another fabric inside, it doesn't really matter. So for measurements, you're going to go around your phone and leave enough space so you can sew the bias tape on top. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to measure my neck, and it's going to be 80 centimeters in my case long, and the rest apart from what I need for the phone. So that's that, around 115 centimeters, 110, sort of what you like. And the first thing I'm going to do is to sew together the bias tape so I have a circle and it looks nicer. And to do that, I'm not going to just sew it together straight, because if I do that, I'll have like 1,000 layers of seam that are going to be really difficult to hem later. So what I'm going to do is to sew it not like this, but perpendicular. So that way I can sew diagonally from one edge to the other, and when I put it right sides out, it'll be really nice because the seam won't be in 2 points together. It will be along the bias tape. And the rest is really simple because it's just sewing all along the bias tape. Moment of truth. Perfect, that's quite good. And the bias tape is nice and neat, so it looks quite cute. Thumbnail moment. I'm quite happy of how they turn out. Let me know down in the comments what you thought, if you're planning to make one of these, if you had, or any suggestions you want me to try out, because it's always nice and interesting to find out how to do something you would like to see. And don't forget to subscribe if you like this kind of video, and I leave you a link here to other projects with scraps that might be useful. See you around. This kind of fabrics, no, this kind of moment of thumbnail.